Hi there, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for August. This month is going to give you an opportunity to get back on track when it comes to your long-term hopes, aspirations and wishes. This is because Mars, the power planet, the planet of desire, moves back into the sign of Sagittarius, where it's going to reinforce the rather more limiting energies of Saturn, your traditional ruler, that's in this location already, but which has been affected hugely by the role of Neptune since mid-May, a rather draining, eroding influence, which may have meant that at times some of the values that you've held dear in the past may not seem to be particularly appropriate for here and now, and some of those future hopes may have seemed to have stalled or got bogged down. Well, what Mars is going to do is reinforce your resolve. This is the planet of willpower. It's also the planet of ego. So if you need to link with other people but at the same time retain your natural independence and individuality, Mars is really going to be rocking for you in this location over the next couple of months. It's something to celebrate. Also in the first week of this month, not only do you have the Sun in your opposite sign still, you have Venus. And Venus is a magical influence for you in the sign of Leo. So for the first 5 days of August, there's still an opportunity to enrich your relationship sector by trying to link with people, the give and take of life, the cooperation that is so part and parcel of your nature anyway is going to be enhanced by this. But on the 2nd, there is a new moon which gives your relationship sector even more of a boost, not just this at the start of this month, but right throughout it. But it echoes across the heavens to connect with Saturn. If you're fortunate enough to be in a relationship where you really have a joint idea of what you want from your future, and it's something you both share, this vision, I think this can be a month of tremendous progress. If you're footloose and fancy three, this link between this new moon and Saturn is really quite wonderful as well, because there is a chance that you're going to connect with someone who's much more sincere and much more your kind of person, who gets where you come from, who understands the need for a little bit of space, a little bit of freedom, your own friends, but you can come together in a very trusting way. And that can be an antidote to some of the disappointments that have gone on around your friendship sector of late. However, the end of last month saw Mercury make a transit into the part of your horoscope to do with passions and to do with exploring the deeper depths of our psyche. Yes, the 8th house. Now, Mercury in this area, in a more prosaic sense, can be great to sort out long-term business and financial issues. But unfortunately, there is a tricky angle that's going to be forged from the 5th to the 11th between Mercury and Neptune and also Saturn. Also from the 6th, Venus makes its way into Virgo too, joining up with Mercury and of course with Jupiter that's been there for a year. Now, Venus moving into this area is very, very passionate, and if you have been chatting to someone and you've met them a few times, it could go from a more platonic relationship to something hotter and more sensual. In a long-standing relationship, it could evoke some of the energies that you first had when you first met, which could be very exciting too. But Venus then gets caught up in that trap, that sand trap, which is the Saturn-Neptune square too. And again, it can create some confusion. For example, you could be mesmerized by someone who has quite a magnetic personality, but they might not be right for you at all. If money is an issue in an ongoing relationship of any kind, it could be highlighted around this time, and you do need to prepare for that. There is also a full moon. In fact, it's an eclipse in your sign on the 18th, but it sparks towards your modern ruler Uranus. I actually think this can be a very good lunation for you, because it's just reminding you that however much cooperation is being urged by the role of the new moon and collaboration, those are things that come pretty naturally to you anyway. This full moon just reminds you that it's very important to be authentically yourself, and at times your quick mind and the way you can deliver a message in a quirky but funny way, but sometimes just a little bit confrontationally, that could come out as well. However, then the Sun moves on the 23rd into Virgo, but then we've got the most wonderful of clusterings, because Venus and Mercury then catch up with Jupiter. So we have a situation where they're all line abreast, a stellium, and this can be very good for your long-term financial situation. And if you work for yourself and you're trying to get a deal, this can be a pivotal time, not just of this month, but for the whole of the year. Just be conscious, however, that Mercury does slam on the brakes as the month draws to a close, which is significant, and also Venus hops out of your 8th into your 9th house, but that just brings out the truth seeker in you. Nothing wrong with that at all. But I think the one aspect I've not told you about, which is really important this month, is the fact that from the 17th to the 28th, Mars goes alongside Saturn. When it comes to your big hopes and wishes, this is an opportunity to really take them seriously. But if you scatter your energies, you could miss an opportunity. So it's important to stick to what's key to you as far as your values are concerned, but also to really put a lot of energy and effort into the things that really matter. I do think there could be a conversation or thinking around friendships at this time as well. Perhaps if one friendship's disappointed, you may need to talk it through. But Mars is refortifying and reinvigorating you this month in a very positive way. I do feel that you could be a little less tolerant of any distractions or people who try to block your path across that 11-day period. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.